But like that Ultra Premium was like, yeah, damn near 20 cards or 20 packs.
Damn. What was I about to say? Oh, man, before I don't even know if I'll get into it, but let's start the show on that.
Man, yeah.
In an official way. The unofficial start is now over.
Sir.
The official start has begun. You're listening to Kris Hates Everybody. I'm your host, Kris, and I hate everybody. Not really, but I do.
Maybe a little bit.
I'm joined once again by my good friend and former coworker, Joe.
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
He's a big nerd and a big guy.
In that order.
But what the hell were we just talking? Oh, we were talking about cards.
Yes. Pokemon cards. Talking about games. Like, why?
Speaking of, what you were reminding me of with like the cards thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was just watching a video about like, I guess PlayStation's come up, like in general. And I just remember, I guess like the rise of scalpers kind of began with the PlayStation 3.
Okay.
It was like such a sought after console.
Yeah.
From the way they presented it in the video, it was probably one of the most anticipated like consoles of all time. Probably like second or third now.
Oh yeah.
Like, and I'm kind of remembering it too, because I'm like, man, I'm old watching this video. Because like, one thing they brought up, remember the weird ass commercials for PlayStation 3? Like, specifically PlayStation 3.
I'm trying to remember, because to be honest, like, my main focus on that time was actually the 360 for the Xbox.
Fair.
I know PlayStation's had some pretty out there, like, commercials, though.
There's this one.
They're definitely unique.
The weirdest one was I hope somebody listening... I hope somebody listens, and then I hope that the 2 or 3 people listening know about the goddamn PlayStation 3 baby. It was like the ad was just there was this room like this room that they shot like almost every commercial for PlayStation in. It was like this just a blank weird white kind of dirty room or whatever, and it was it was like a robotic baby. It was like a doll it looked like a little advanced doll.
What?
And it was just like weirdly crying in a non-human like voice, and like its eyes were rolling and flickering around and stuff. And then it was just like zoom out, PlayStation 3. It's like, what does that mean?
Bro, like what is that?
There was this one, I shouldn't even say commercials. Just the advertisement for the PlayStation 3 was.
Hold
insane.
on, this one?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
The little baby doll. What?
Yeah. It's just like, what's the message?
Bro, really, just a blank white room with a robotic baby and then the PS3. Like,
or I guess the PS3 was in the room, yeah. But then I saw these I didn't see because I guess I wasn't on the internet webs that much at that time. But like on the side of screens, you'll see ads for stuff.
Yeah.
But it'll have more information than just PlayStation 3. Mm-hmm. It'll say like coming this fall or this date or like with Wi-Fi or something like that. Their ads literally was just white space, black text, PlayStation 3. What does that mean? And
what are you saying?
Now I'm saying it out loud. It almost makes sense because it's so obscure and eye-catching.
Because PlayStation is that like they're trying to go for that minimalist look,
minimalist,
with the style,
but also like I feel like they just wanted to like weird out people who don't know exactly what PlayStation is.
It's like a shock factor almost.
It's like if you somehow don't know what PlayStation is,
yes,
we need your attention. Like that was like kind of the message. But the thing I'm just kind of somewhat realizing is smart. If you just put a weird block of text in the middle of a page that says PlayStation 3 on a web page, I guess their reasoning is, well, you'll look it up.
Right.
Because you're already on the computer.
You're like, all right, well, what's going on here? Like, what is this? Like,
now I have to look this up.
Yeah, I got to figure this out.
And I don't know. It was just weird. I can't remember any of the other weird PlayStation. Well, actually, no. The best one is when the Xbox One was coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And they were basically hyping themselves up about the online only features and like how basically the whole console was online only. And then PlayStation came out with that ad that was just two guys, and one of them was like, "Here's how you share your games on PlayStation 3." Just handed it to him. Or no, the best. Okay, yeah, he goes, "Here's how you share your games on PlayStation 3." Then it was this like big overproduced like transition title screen of like step 1. Sharing the game.
Duh,
Then it
like
just cut back to their two dry asses, and it's just
it kind of gave you that like the 5 gum commercials. It like gave you a feel like that almost. It was just
the
like
old
what?
Ones?
Yes, like this is how it feels to chew 5 gum.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right. It's just like a whole lot of stuff was going on, and then it's like boom, here it is.
Yeah. Just a little dry ass pass.
Right. PlayStation. I swear the commercials always like on the same level as you remember the Puppy Monkey Baby commercials for
you know yes. Puppy Monkey Baby.
Puppy Monkey Baby. Yes. I swear.
Dude, I love one of the best things to get into on YouTube is just well, I guess this is gonna sound weird. Old commercials.
Yes.
Like old Super Bowl commercials.
No, I know what you're talking about. Bro, especially the old Super Bowl commercials, man.
That shit is a vibe. Like, you
watch some of the best commercials doing that.
I'll cry from a mix of nostalgia and just pure humor.
It's like everything that makes TikTok funny is literally what those commercials are.
Yeah, I feel like TikTok
like the skits, right?
Is like founded in Super Bowl commercials.
You get all the different crossovers from different actors and who don't normally do commercials and stuff like that. Just randomly, like you see, there was that one with Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis doing a Doritos commercial just out of nowhere.
I kind of remember that.
I had to pull that out for you later, man, because it's just like like the most random things you can think of, or it'll be like somebody sitting there drinking a Coca-Cola, and it's like they're getting ready to start talking and like promoting that, and the next thing you know, they get hit by a fucking truck, and in the truck is like a Chevy Silverado, and then boom, the Chevy logo pops up, and you realize you're actually watching a Chevy commercial.
Yeah. And it's like Terry Crews in the truck or something.
Yeah. Everything's just random.
Shirtless in the truck, driving with no hands somehow.
Right, doing the whistle dance.
Flexing. My favorite commercial right now of the newer ones is the goddamn what is it, the Baja Blast one with Seal?
I think I know what you're talking about.
Baby. Where they got the singer Seal, right?
Seal?
Big black ball.
Pull that up. Oh, you said CeeLo.
Seal.
Oh, I think you said CeeLo. I'm like, hold on, big black bald. It like sounds familiar. Like I feel like I know what you're talking about. I have to see it. I swear it'd be new.
You hear that?
Yep. Oh, I didn't catch this one.
I had to show this to somebody else too. I had Zach over one time, and he hadn't seen this.
What? Oh yeah. As a freaking seal.
It's the best part.
Swear. Funny as hell. Bro, the pause, bro.
My power, my pleasure, my flame. I just like make a list of songs I like to sing the intro in. Maybe I could come up with an intro to sing.
You gotta have some.
That's a little too much work.
Just a little bit.
I'll pretty please ask somebody to write me an intro to sing. I'll sing it.
We should get like some instrumentals and start doing some random freestyles.
Ooh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get somebody to write me an intro to sing, and then my challenge is to sing it to a different instrumental every time. Same lyrics.
Same lyrics, just different cadence, different tone.
Do like a, I mean, they got all kinds of instrumentals. Do like a country one, a fucking like dance club one.
Bro, freaking jazz.
Do a Motown version.
Bro, speaking of music, I just saw this video earlier today. So I didn't watch the whole thing, so I keep catching clips. But Kai Cenat and Rakai just did this video with you know who Lil Tay is?
Wait, like a little Asian girl?
Yep, that's the one. So she had a new song out, right? Mm-hmm. And it's a pop song, and they sitting there listening to it, and they just like, you know, not like super reactive to it, but they just like lightly bobbing their head, and she's just back there singing her heart out, you know, mouthing it, and it gets done, and she's like, "So what y'all think?" And Rakai is just sitting there. He's like quietly whispering over to Kai. He's just like, "This shit trash," or "This shit ass," and she's like, "What the fuck you say? You don't even know pop, you know?" And then she just go in on him. I was just like, it's kind of crazy how I feel like, me personally, if it's not a genre I normally listen to, I'm going to automatically just be like, oh, nah, that shit sound like straight garbage. Like, I don't really like that. And it's not always just like actually garbage. It's just like not my taste. Mm-hmm. But like how she's saying, like, it's pop music. You probably don't listen to pop music like that. So you probably think it's ass, but to everybody that listen to pop music, they're probably thinking like, damn, this shit slap.
Yeah. No, I especially haven't done the little music I've done. Like, my whole thing is it doesn't take me long and this is what I judge artists off of. It doesn't take me long to realize how hard or if that artist is trying.
Yeah.
Like, if it's like some 17-year-old dude rapping about GTA, Call of Duty type content.
Yeah.
I understand it.
Yep.
Because it's like, well, what else would he know? At least he's putting in the effort. He found a good beat. You know, he's not rap. I don't like when rappers rap as fast as they can, but it's like there's an effort pace. Yeah. Where you're not just saying like, I like to rap. I like hats.
Somebody who's giving energy. Like, the energy is important.
Yeah, what I just said, the hat, ass fat, that can sound good.
Exactly.
But you just gotta say it well.
And see, I want to touch on what you just said too about like the speed, because you got people like, you know, Busta Rhymes and Eminem. Obviously, like, you know, when they pick up that tempo and they rap fast as hell, like that worked for them. That's their style. Mm-hmm. Where I'm at with you, when you got people like especially brand new rappers who just really ain't, you know, got their style locked down, and they can say words really fast, but the thing is, like, it don't really flow well, and like they're trying too hard to sound faster, thinking like, oh, if I rap faster and I can put some words together, that's gonna look like, you know, I got a lot of talent and it's gonna sound good. Like, no, it does not sound good.
Rapping fast is the equivalent. I can't help but compare rap to basketball like all the time. Yeah. But like rapping fast is the equivalent of dribbling fast.
Yes, like unless you're Kyrie Irving or AI or one of them dudes, like you don't need to worry about dribbling fast. Just as long as you can get the ball down the court.
Some powerful lyrics in there, and that's the crossover. Like, you can dribble in place all day, but unless you get around me, it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Another thing about rap being like basketball, I mean, I hope I'm not breaking anyone's hearts, but on a show like this, I wouldn't really care.
Right. Look at the title. He don't give a fuck.
Freestyling, as pretty as it is, it's kind of like dunking.
Yeah.
It doesn't, just because you can dunk does not mean you are good at basketball.
Yes.
It just means you are kind of built for that particular action or skill. But same thing with rap is like, yeah, just because you can freestyle on the spot. A lot of actual freestyles are not at a good rate on topic.
Yeah.
It's just like stuff that does rhyme. And it also doesn't mean that person can make a good song.
And I need people to understand because, like, I learned this a while ago, but I feel like a lot of people still have a hard time understanding. Freestyle does not mean everything is just straight off the dome. Like, that's different.
Oh, yeah. No,
that is not the same thing. So, like, when somebody, I'll see, like, these videos come up and people will talk about, like, the Baby or, Lil Yachty or something like that. And I'm like, they're freestyling and it'll be like, oh, well, that sound like you wrote it. That sound like you written that before you came in, man. That's prepared, blah, blah, blah. That's not a freestyle. It's like, bro, a freestyle just means like he's freely styling his, like, like what he's saying. Like, it doesn't mean it's off the top. Like, they can write it and then come out there and start rapping it. That's still a freestyle.
I guess the
interpretation,
the interpretation might be either off or different from what it used to be. Because I feel like the way it's treated now is like here's my style for free. Here's the version of it I'm willing to give away for free. Stuff I've already said before, stuff I've prepared for specifically this type of instance. Yeah. What people think it is 100% off the dome, rapping about literally what they did as they walked into that place or something like that.
And you kind of have to blame some of the old heads that was just too damn good at doing that. There's a reason why. Like, looking at like Lil Wayne, that man's so crazy, bro. Like, just he could step up to a mic and not know where he's going with it. Listen to a beat and then just start dropping some of the nastiest bars you ever hear.
Yeah, and rap is one of the last categories I think that deserves, I'm not saying it deserves it last, but it gets it last. Rap kind of deserves to be under the scope of like, it was a little better for boomers, right? You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, with the economy, a stronger economy in general, you could have I'm not hating on Lil Wayne is the reason I ever rapped at all. I'll be dead ass honest. But you gotta realize he kind of came from an era and a background where he could focus on rap all day at youth. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have kids like that now, but probably not to the capacity that Lil Wayne probably could. You know what I'm saying? Like, being in a drug dealer kind of area, I'll just say upbringing, where money was probably good most of the time, like being under successful drug dealers.
Right.
And then when it's time for you to work, what are you doing? Dealing drugs. How many hours a day? I don't know, hour and a half. You know what I'm saying? What are you doing the whole time? Listening to rap, writing rap. Right. Not a lot of people have that opportunity anymore.
I get what you're saying. I really do.
That, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's rappers from his era had rougher lives, but probably better career building.
Yeah.
In this career specifically of rapping, I'm not saying and therefore I'm not trying to sound like I deserve better or whatever, a shitty Gen X, Gen Z or kind of vibe, but I don't know. It's just something I didn't really hadn't thought about till recently.
And I do get what you're saying. Because there's a lot of people that they'll try and step into it with all these different resources that they have somehow, and they're still not good at it too. Mm-hmm. And it's they don't really. I feel like some people need to have the right background as well to really step into rap music. You can't just be somebody from, absolutely. I don't want to say just you can't be in a normal household and come out here rapping some of the crazy shit. I feel like you need to be able to rap what you live, and there's certain things that you can't make sound hard in a rap song.
Right.
There's literally Lil Tyler, Luh Tyler.
I have heard of Lil Tyler.
And
he did a song with Baby Tron.
Yeah, he also did a song with DDG.
Okay.
Bro's 16,
Right, yeah.
And I gotta say, bro, like he got a nice sound. I'm just saying. Like and I remember like hearing this interview he did, he was talking about how he had just dropped out of school to pursue rapping. Cause bro really just had it like that, you know? And it's like, I don't know what his like real background really is, but all I know is like he was rapping about, you know, some sort of hard shit. And then next thing you know, like half his songs is talking about like him, you know, messing with some supermodels that's like definitely older than him.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like real talk, like knowing the way Hollywood is, he probably did.
And
he probably did some of that shit.
I guess my one problem with that is like just ethics of just like I don't know. I feel like that's something that's like you can't flip that the other way, or like you couldn't have like a 16 or 17-year-old version of Nicki Minaj.
No.
Rapping about how
she getting her shit tossed.
Tossed by Jaden Smith or something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Or
it's like that's not
or Cardi B.
You're sending him to jail.
Right.
Like that's really
he going to jail now.
Yeah, so like the other way, I'm like, why? Ooh, you didn't do that to that girl. It's like, because with rap, you don't know if they're like, you know, just bragging or telling the truth.
Exactly.
Like, if he's bragging, it's like, oh well. But
bro,
like, if it's telling the truth, hey yo,
this is why I like Lil Mabu, bro. You know, do you know who Lil Mabu is?
I check up on the Mabu every now and then.
Bro literally has in one of his songs, he's like talking about guns and all this other shit, and he's like, y'all, just listen, like I'm really bullshitting. I'm just saying this shit because this is what y'all like to listen to. Like flat out just admitted that in a song. Like but he put that shit out there ahead of time. Like I fuck with that.
There is a level of truth to rappers like that. Because okay, compare Lil Mabu to Eminem.
Oh yeah.
I mean, just as human beings, Eminem has. I'm not gonna say he shot people, but he's probably shot some guns. He's probably been around guns. He's probably
the man literally grew up in one of the worst areas in all of the United States, Detroit.
And to some degree, I'm sure Lil Mabu has too. Probably been around guns a lot. Maybe he hasn't been shot at.
He's been around guns, but the man will tell you himself, like his dad, like he's shown his dad sometimes. He's probably dad's like a lawyer or something. Like he lived in a good neighborhood and grew up with good money.
Okay, but I don't know a lot of the new rappers, but like you can imagine what I'm talking about, right? Like relatively same upbringing to Eminem.
I do get what you're saying.
Would still be as ignorant as Lil Mabu is and has been.
Yes.
Because like, so if you take someone who's not a rapper and like same age group or whatever, they're still just like a dumb, not on target, shooting themselves almost dumb, leaned out, pilled out rapper. You know what I mean? Not rapper, but yeah, I feel like that's just reflective on what is the new thug. It's like, yeah, it's this pilled out monster.
Yeah, like, a lot of them
it used
literally
to be
rap about just.
It used to be a straight shooting suburban cowboy.
Bro, listen to the lyrics you hear from everybody in the mumble rap era. Like, you know, Lil Uzi, Lil Yachty, Kodak Black, freaking Denzel, who else, bro? Like just everybody. You know, R.I.P. to a couple of other ones. Like I don't want to bring them up in this conversation. Just just a lot of them talk about like, you know, doing lean and all other kind of crazy shit while doing music, and like, you know, some of them got off that shit and they're fine. And then you look at a couple other ones and it's like, was it really worth doing all that? Like while you rapping and stuff and, you know, making a name for yourself, and now like you all strung out like from all that lean and pills you was popping.
No.
Now y'all on here like on camera tweaking, or people like recording you tweaking.
There was a Kodak Black video.
Bro, people keep talking about Kodak Black in particular, bro.
I'm like, why would you do that?
Seriously.
And like, The other thing I saw a video about a couple months ago, I never thought about, because I don't really do that type of stuff, is like I'm not even not just rappers, just people who do like those harder drugs like that,
Yep.
and then it allows you to be emotionless and act hard and act like you got no problem killing people and you don't care what happened to you.
It changes you
and all
chemically
that
in your
shit.
brain, bro.
Yeah, it makes you think you're the shit and think you're just impervious to any emotional damage.
Make you think you're immortal.
And then you get arrested.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you think you're gonna be all hard in front of the cops and in front of the judge. Fuck the judge.
Hell nah.
But without your drugs, after you've been in there
Right,
for
you start
several
getting,
days,
right? You start
just
sobering up.
Just you as you.
You with yourself, looking in the mirror.
Fold in the courtroom. Fold. Yeah, go back to the child you were before you did all them drugs. You didn't grow up. You were just a child on drugs. What's on the TV?
Got some OG Naruto playing, man. Fuck with that.
Sasuke. It looks like Sasuke is about to fight Gaara in not the Forest of Death. Whatever forest, the generic Leaf Village surrounding forest. Hell
yeah, I love this scene because this was that turning moment where Sasuke was really just like, fuck, man, Naruto really growing. He really catching up to my.
This is okay, yeah,
because
this is when he first saw like the summoning and like the Nine Tails transformation.
This is during the tuning exam where everything got flipped and Orochimaru popped up
his trap.
Yep. And Gaara's sitting here like being influenced by his tail beast.
He's got the arm. He's got the arm and part of his back and face, and he just grew a tail.
And
one tail.
I may be hated for saying this, but I mean, like, as far as like pure aesthetic look, this is probably like the toughest that Gaara looked. Cause I swear, when he got older and he had that damn comb over hairdo, bro did not look scary at all.
Honestly, that is the show in general made everybody like age like not bad, but like
bro
peacefully, like very dorky.
Yes. Look at Naruto in the Boruto show.
Dude, yeah.
Let me get that man a haircut.
No, the best thing is I remember seeing comparison photos of like, remember back in like middle school when you would go on Google Images and look up Naruto Hokage or Naruto man or like grown or something like that. He looked all badass. His hair was all spiky like the fourths, and like you know the Hokage jacket had like 9 tails in it and shit. Like
those fan made drawings were cold,
and he's just an absolute like burnt out dork in the actual show.
Bro looked like he just tired of doing what he doing. I mean, which he says he is, of course.
He looks like he's been selling mattresses for 40 years.
Or no, you watch Rick and Morty, right?
Yeah.
Bro, you know what I'm talking about, right? Where like Morty was in that game, and he's like, it was when they went to Chits and Blitz or something like that.
I'm trying to remember the name of the guy in the game.
Yes, and he's playing that
going
dude
off the grid,
right? But he's playing the carpet salesman, and bro's just like, he looks like he's settled. Like he's not like mad. Like his life isn't horrible, but it's also not like super exciting. Like the most exciting thing to happen is that he survived cancer.
Yeah. That's the difference between me and you, Morty. You stayed at the mattress store.
Now you know who had the most drip in this show, right?
Who?
Kakashi.
The most?
Kakashi definitely had the most drip.
I mean,
in the OG Naruto?
Contender.
In
I was
OG
just
Naruto?
saying overall because
no, not
I'm
overall.
like he only has one outfit, and then I'm like, okay, Anbu Kakashi, and
I'm just saying like his style.
Young Kakashi. I like Young Kakashi's fit.
Like bro, the mask and then the freaking like covering his eye up and stuff. I mean, compared to other ninjas,
is he the first? I feel like he's the first.
I shouldn't say drippy. I mean, like the person with the most aura is what I meant. Not drippy. Aura.
Okay, yeah, definitely. Like,
sorry, let me clean that up. Let me correct myself.
Kakashi carried the profile of the show.
Yeah.
Kakashi like defined cool.
Sasuke has a lot of aura too. I fuck with Sasuke and Itachi.
With the exception of, I guess it's gonna be the outfit he wears after this, because what we're watching right now, it's his all black onesie.
That actually, that onesie, man, that threw me off. I'm like, bro,
the onesie, it grew on me.
What the fuck is you
The
wearing?
onesie only works because it fits him perfectly.
Just like how
if it was any looser or any tighter, it would look disgusting. But then he's got all the straps on his arm and stuff and the leg like that. That looks cool. Well, it's his fit after this.
After in Shippuden?
No, it's after.
What are you talking about?
This is when he goes back to the white shorts and the blue shirt, but without the arm covers, like the arm.
That was
arm
basic
warmers.
to me. I thought you were talking about
I didn't
like
that fit. I liked his very first fit when he actually had the arm guards with it.
Yeah, that was.
And I think he had like leg guards with it.
Yeah. But nah, bro. In Shippuden,
when he took them off, it was just
in Shippuden,
little whack.
The fit he had, like when
you
first seen, the first fit he had, bro,
with like the white kimono top.
bro, and he just had his sword chilling on him.
Yeah, honestly, his one after that is kind of whack. The gray, the like gunmetal gray sleeveless he had.
Oh yeah,
the one he fought Itachi in.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
That suit was kind of whack.
That was dumb.
That's his wackest fit.
That's the wackest fit. Boy, what was you thinking?
The only thing that's whacker than that fit, and it
was Tenten's whole existence.
No, I mean, like for Sasuke, the only fit that was whacker than that, and I feel like it barely counts, was that kimono robe he was wearing after his eye surgery.
Yes, the simple as like
that was kind of
bro looked like a fucking
fight in it,
no, he looked like a predator, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. He looked like somebody that was hiding on somebody's street corner looking in your window at night. Like,
he looked like a predator who would like the village had like taken his eyes.
Wasn't he wearing
crimes.
a turban too?
He wasn't wearing.
He had like
turban.
a hair wrap. He had a hair wrap.
It wasn't over his hair though. It was under his hair, but it was over his eyes.
Trash.
It looked like he had been punished, but with blindness for. Oh my God! I'm sorry. That right there.
Yep, that kick.
Somebody at work was asking me like, "What's more disrespectful, the Uchiha kick or the Uzumaki kick?"
Definitely the Uzumaki kick.
Here's the thing, though.
We're not gonna disrespect Naruto, bro.
I feel like the Uchiha kick is more disrespectful.
I feel like it's cleaner. The Uchiha kick is like.
It's an insult because it's like this brief moment of like, oop, caught you slipping.
Bro, half of literally what Naruto's thing is catching you slipping.
Yes, but that Uzumaki kick is very like, it's so over the top. It makes you feel like you definitely could have stopped that, or you could have dodged that.
That's what makes it disrespectful.
I guess.
No, see, look. Let me break this down too, because like, think about who Naruto is at this point in the show. Everybody looked down on this man, and you just got him. Not only did he just like sucker kick you in the face, but the man that everybody looked as is a trash ninja that can't do shit right just kicked you dead in your shit in front of everybody.
I gotta add a little more insult to injury because it's like that kick. That kick is the like robotic uppercut equivalent in kick world. Okay, it's like so telegraphed. It's you see it coming.
That's what makes it disrespectful.
But like in a world of like more baseline ninja of like gray and black clothing, more or less, actual fast slick movements. But then you have the blonde-haired, blue-eyed, orange jumpsuit. Bringing a kick back from the fucking prehistoric time, cocking that motherfucker back from down court.
Let me ask you this: would you rather have somebody play back a video of Mike Tyson hitting you with like the cleanest, sharpest right hook that just like made you drool and look just fucking wrecked,
took you off your feet?
Or would you rather have somebody playing Ashley Larry from fucking, the Dave Chappelle show? you you promised you was gonna give him $5 at the gas station and you didn't do it, and that motherfucker caught you slipping as you walked out the door, and he gave you like the ugliest, like right to the nose, and split your shit. Then you hit the ground like you just got embarrassed, right? You wouldn't expect it. I'm telling you, you're not gonna want that one.
Oh my god. I just couldn't, in the ninja world, I just couldn't see myself getting hit by that Uzumaki kick. And if I did, I'd throw my headband away. What the fuck?
Did you only watch some of the female lead shows?
I'm just gonna do it by memory. I watched Kill La Kill.
What'd you think?
I like Kill La Kill a lot, actually. It's gonna be hard. I watched Kill La Kill, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and Bleach.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah, you got some good ones.
And in place of Ghost in the Shell, I did the one episode of Uzumaki. Yeah. Since that's only 4 episodes, I'm going to treat those as 2. And it should, if it does, it should make it through the bracket. Whatever. Anyway, I guess I'll just say the winners and why. Full Metal Alchemist and Bleach. Gonna go with Bleach.
I told you, man. I told you.
Just based off those first 2 episodes, what won me over in Bleach is, I guess, just me being the 28-year-old man that I am. I just appreciate like the genuine old school vibe that Bleach has. Yeah. Like the characters they're not that well developed, but they serve their purpose in the plot very well. Yep. Like, I feel like his sisters are basic, but they're supposed to be basic. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
wait until you start seeing like things develop and art style starts getting crisper and characters start to have like kind of like deeper roles and stuff, and still like the whole dynamic of the show starts changing. It gets crazy. Okay. You should see like how it is, like comparison, like the newest series was the 1,000-Year Blood War compared to that very first season of Bleach. Shit's just ridiculous.
I will say, as someone who didn't really watch Bleach growing up, I'm hearing a lot of like iconic sounds.
Oh man, there's a lot.
I don't know, just like the noise from the first holiday show. Yes. Oh, I can't recreate that noise with my mouth.
Bro, and then like the music, like the action, the fight scene music. Now you feel like number one. Bro, shit goes hard. Oh, so I looked this up. Mm-hmm. It wasn't Neji, but Hinata. It says like while the Byakugan itself doesn't grant elemental powers, some Byakugan users like Hinata have been known to show fire and lightning moves.
But anyway, back to the bracket. So
the main focus.
Picking Bleach over Brotherhood over Full Metal. So Full Metal is it's out of the bracket, but I might watch it after the bracket.
Make it official. But it's still a great show. Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, no. I still liked it. It was very how should I put it? Not reckless. It was emotionally bold. Yeah. I kind of like, I guess this is just from like depth from knowing other IPs that play with this kind of concept, but like the whole something about the way they lost their mom and that whole initial tragedy was very it was powerful as far as like using that as your draw into a show. Like they did that very well. Because how should I put it? It was sad because they didn't really know what they were doing. Nope. But what it did good was it left you a little hope of like they can probably fix it. Hopefully, that's what my hope is. Don't spoil it, I guess. But like,
yeah, I'm not gonna say nothing.
And they do a good job of like, I guess, telegraphing the weight of the tragedy, because when the officer shows up and he just sees the markings, and he's, as the viewer, you don't know what the hell the markings are, but you see his reaction, and it's like,
what the fuck?
You kids are like trying to piss on God. Like, what are you like? What the fuck were you guys trying to do in here?
So what the hell are y'all doing, bro?
And then seeing what really got me was like, I'm putting myself in the shoes of, what the hell is the main character's name?
Ed, and then his little brother Al.
Yeah. Putting myself in his shoes, like, you just lost like a fucking leg or whatever, or an arm or whatever.
He lost one limb,
and then he had to give his arm to get
to help his brother.
Back.
Yeah.
Yep. Into the armor, but like, just being in that perspective of just like, you just lost your brother before your eyes,
his whole body,
in like your leg is gone. That trauma, and then seeing that thing that you created. That's what I kind of wanted to see. I wanted to see however that was settled. I feel like the old lady just came in with a shotgun.
Get that out! What is that thing?
Get out of this house, devil! Get out of this house! It's like, fuck it, we'll get out of this house.
It's like something that came out of Courage the Cowardly Dog. Yeah. Return the slab.
Well, things I do for love. So yeah, Bleach takes it over Brotherhood. Sorry, folks, if you were holding out for Brotherhood. But you know what was weird? As I was like, throughout the week telling people, I'm doing this bracket thing, watch a bunch of anime. Yep. Have you heard of this? Have you heard of that? With the exception of one person. Anyone I'd talked to that had heard of either of these shows, they liked one and didn't like the other. So, like, people who were like, oh, you're watching Full Metal Alchemist? Yep. You ever watch Bleach? Nah, I just couldn't get into it. And then people who love Bleach. You ever watch Full Metal Alchemist? I gave it a try. It's just,
bro, it's always those people. Right.
They're both.
They're both great.
Yeah.
I watched all of them to the entirety.
Kill La Kill and Uzumaki. This is actually hard because, like, Uzumaki is really good. It's just not my kind of good. Was it like a rabbit?
It's a rabbit, yeah. Just pull it up and see a window.
Yeah, there's a shit ton of rabbits around here.
What the hell?
Yeah, they get busy around here.
Oh, shit.
Uzumaki is really good, but Kill La Kill is my kind of good.
Bro, I knew you would like it. That's why I put it on that list. Bro, it's so, like, random and goofy, but there's good action to it.
It's tastefully pervy.
Yes.
But hilariously over the top.
Way over the top.
I love it. I love how the guy who stole the suit, he didn't get incinerated, but he was incinerated into nudity and executed in that, like, just naked, just for all the school to see. Like, that shit is wild. It's wild how that whole village, state, whatever, is ran by a high school.
Yes.
The principal and shit was like, we should just let the student council do what they want. like they're the mafia. They have have military tech.
I love shows like that, bro, where it's like, it's about like the student council, like the student body is like running shit.
I'm not really used to that. I've never seen something like that. God damn it. Okay.
So what's next on your agenda here when I'm like looking that up?
I guess I gotta pick between Kill La Kill and Uzumaki. I kind of am right now. Like, I didn't really like decide this earlier. The Bleach thing I had decided. What is going to advance? I'm gonna advance Kill La Kill. I'm going to put Kill La Kill over Uzumaki only because it's my bracket. Yeah. And I like the theming of Kill La Kill more. So, what would be next on that? Okay, so the next four going up.
Kill La Kill. Like, in my opinion, like, I'm just giving a guess here. I'm not going to say, this is exactly what's going to happen, but I feel like Kill La Kill and probably Claymore are really going to give you the hardest time. Trying to Trying to battle there at the end.
Knowing me, I felt like the final two on the female side was going to be Kill La Kill and EP002.
Oh, bro, EP002 is wild though. It's wild throughout the whole show, from the very beginning to the end. It's wild. Like I'm telling you, it's not even like something that's just like holds a whole lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Huh? Yeah, it doesn't hold like a whole lot of value, but they have so many like seasons of it. It was a great show.
Okay. I just the cover looked busty, and I like the busty.
It's like, you remember High School DD?
Mm-mm.
You never saw that? Oh, you gotta look that up at some point. I'm gonna let you look that up by yourself. You know, y'all know what that is in the comments. Y'all know
that might be the next bracket. Is, like lewd animes.
Yeah,
etchy. Oh yeah, I had those terms last time. That was kind of fun. So next up is, on the female side, Soul Eater and Blood Sea. And on the male side, The Rising of the Shield Hero. That's what that says. Like, kind of cut off. And Sword Art Online.
The Rising of the Shield Hero is gonna give you a good itch. I'm telling you, bro. That's that revenge shit I was telling you. You're gonna love that.
Let me ask you, what is one thing you think I'm gonna love and one thing you think I'm gonna hate about Sword Hero or Shield Hero?
One thing you're gonna love is in just the pure pacing of the show, and kind of like the scenarios that you're gonna see straight from the beginning, like at the very first episode. The one thing you're gonna hate is, I don't want to like ruin it for you, but after the first season, if you plan on watching the rest of the show,
I'm gonna try and ask the same question for each of these. So they'll each come in with the same pro, and they'll come in with the same buff and debuff.
They took a great show and they pretty much just like they made it boring after the first season.
Damn, I can't think of too many shows like that.
Like, it's all the way up to the fourth season now, and don't nobody like anything between the first season and the fourth season. Like, the fourth season is slightly better, right?
Was it a manga before?
Yeah, they had a manga out.
Did the manga spiral like that?
I don't remember.
It's too much Uzumaki.
So here's a clip. So remember I said, like, the character was like originally just this wimpy, like, oh, don't look at me kind of dude from Hitman, and then like you'll see it. He gets these gloves here that he's using, and like you can tell just from the look at it, like he's actually fighting. Like, this looked like some action type shit. But the first couple of episodes was like almost slice of life looking. Like, it's got good fighting choreography.
What about Sword Art Online?
So Sword Art Online,
what am I gonna love? What am I gonna hate?
You're gonna love, like, I want to say in the first season, like the development of, I guess you could say, just the real feel of everything. Like, how best can I explain this? Like, they start out the show, everybody's just like focused on like, how do I get out of this game? You know, how do I, free myself? How do I win? Eventually, like, it starts becoming this thing where it's like they're accepting that they're in this world and they may never get out of it, but as long as they're here, like, everything is just real. Like, you start seeing.
This is the one. This is similar to Log Horizon.
Yeah.
Okay, I tried to watch Log Horizon some years ago.
The action's really good too. I feel like you love that. The only thing you're probably gonna hate, knowing you, I feel like there were certain scenes that were pretty anticlimactic.
A lot of like, here's my emotion scenes.
Yeah, it was like there was some big build up and you're expecting something crazy to happen, all for it to kind of like just fizzle down, and like how they ended up solving the issue.
It turns out the answer was in this manual.
Bro. like I wanna say something, but I feel like I'm trying to not spoil everything when I explain all these. So it's kind of hard for me to like describe what I'm talking about without spoiling something, you know.
You can try. You can try to not spoil any of them. You can spoil all of them. Just try to give them equal treatment, I guess.
Well, I guess that makes sense. I guess you could say fuck it then, you know, because there's a scene. So like you're expecting that the only way for you to beat this game was, or to win and like leave was to get all the way to the end of the game and beat it, whatever. Well, the person that developed the game, you don't even notice until they actually freaking tell you. But the main character was just on his way. He was building up to become the strongest player in the game, and he was on his way to beat the last boss. And he ends up getting caught by this guild. I forgot what the name of the guild was, but the leader of the guild actually is the developer of the game who put himself in there and gave him like these broken moves and broken weapons. And he told the main character that, you know, he had to fight him because like if he lost, then he was gonna come join his guild and he had to do whatever he says type thing. And if he won, then he go do whatever he want. And he ended up like cheating pretty much. You're thinking like he's about to win the match, and then eventually like, you know, go to finish the game right away. But then the main developer ends up cheating and beating him, and now he has to stay, join the guild. Now he's just doing like regular life, joining the guild and like hanging out with the rest of the guild for a little bit until he ends up leaving. But it's just like it kind of like dragged that part of the story on for a little bit. I don't know. It was a little irritating. Like I understand it, but it was still a little irritating to me.
I guess I hear you. I just don't know what to call that.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't sound like, what's the word? Filler?
Mm-hmm.
It seems like that's part of the story, but just going on for some reason. Okay, female side, Soul Eater and Blood Sea. What am I going to like about Soul Eater? What am I going to hate about Soul Eater?
Soul Eater is very similar to
that Fire
Kill
Force
La Kill.
one, right?
Oh yeah, it's
okay.
I mean they're made by the same company and they're like they're related, like they're actually tied together.
Okay, yeah,
they're in the same universe.
That last time.
That I really don't want. Damn, like I really don't want to spoil that one because that's like a big connection there, like how it's connected. But
I mean, I haven't seen. Well, yeah, I guess that's a good reason not to spoil it. I would say I haven't seen Fire Force. This may inspire me to watch Fire Force.
Dude, you would love to watch Fire Force. It's got great animation, great story, a lot of emotions, and a lot of laughs too. A lot of shit to laugh at.
Would you have put Fire Force in the bracket?
Yes, I would have.
It'd have been crazy if those two met in the middle.
Honestly, I'm embarrassed because I feel like maybe I should have done that instead of one of the male leads. But the male lead is hard to pick.
True, yeah, because there's so many.
So many.
What would you pick between Soul Eater and Fire Force?
Ooh. As far as just like the first couple episodes, or like the entire show.
Have you seen both of the entirities?
Yes, I'm all caught up
over
with both
the entirities. You don't got to tell me why.
Yeah.
Just tell me what you would pick. Now, Joseph. No, I'm just saying.
Well, fuck. Probably Fire Force. I'd probably pick Fire Force.
Which one was first?
Soul Eater.
Okay.
So, Soul Eater came out first. Fire Force chronologically happened
Takes
first.
place before. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Fire Force is a prequel to Soul Eater.
Which is crazy because like Fire Force is set in like modern time, like everything looks modern, and Soul Eater, like you got witches and stuff, and everybody's like moving around with like carriages and whatnot, and it don't look as modern as Fire Force did, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I'm assuming it takes place in a more advanced location.
No.
Of the world, or
I mean, would you want me to spoil this for you, or would you want me to? Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna say nothing. So Soul Eater.
What's my like and hate?
That's what I was just about to. Yeah, Soul Eater. You're gonna laugh at literally everything. Like everything's gonna be super serious, but they're gonna be like so many fucking moments that just make you tear up in laughter. and I feel like the only thing you're gonna hate is just the way that it ended. I feel like they kind of cut it short. They could have did a little more with it. I want to say there's more to the manga. I think it's been a while since I looked into the manga, but yeah, realistically, I think it had a good twist towards the end when you find out more about the main character. But other than that, I feel like it wasn't a bad show.
Okay. What's my like and hate of Blood C?
I can't even tell you that. It's been so long since I've seen Blood C.
Fair enough.
I'm just gonna put it like this: like Blood C was like it was a good show. Like I know it's like somewhat popular back when it came out. I don't remember a whole lot about it. It's not a show that I just like. Damn, I need to watch this over and over and over again. But I put it on there, I mean, bro, you have to remember, like,
put it on my
right? Because listen, bro, if you look up a list of like female lead shows, like action wise, like action show, it is a very small list.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Because most of like female led shows are
slice of life
or romance, like just straight up romance.
I can see some ECs in there.
Yeah. Oh, ecchi too.
That's probably the leading.
Yep. Your what do you call it? Your hentai.
Hentai guy. I like my hentai shirt. Oshan's wearing it right now. I'll wear it someday and post it.
Not your deja vu shirt.
Deja vu shirts. Those don't even. I need to lose more weight before those fit right. They didn't even fit when I got them. I didn't buy them. I got them for free on my birthday.
Bro, I ain't been to deja vu in like damn near a year and a half now. Like it's been a while. Like
it's been
obviously the entirety of my relationship, just not even thinking about going there. But
it's been like
the last
3 weeks for me.
I thought you were going to say like years or at least like months. This said 3 weeks. I want to say like one of the last times I had went. I remember there was something going on. They had some event or something like that, and the girls were walking through handing out T-shirts. And I remember one of them brought, because like they was just like giving out that general size like XL shirt, and I'm like, bro, look at me. I'm 6'6", 390 pounds. Like I'm not wearing no damn XL.
I bet. I can't even remember. I had to wear mine one day because it was like just
you did. You used to wear it to work every once in a while.
Yeah. Was it a white one?
I want to say it was a black one.
Oh
like
yeah,
letters.
Yeah. I don't know what happened to that shirt, but then I had some white ones with black lettering. Those ones were whack. They all fit just a little too tight. Just a little bit too tight.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
So yeah, I mean we'll go back to talking, but I'm just gonna recap what's going next in the bracket.
Let's get it.
Soul Eater versus Blood C. I'm predicting Soul Eater. I'm just being honest with that one.
Yeah, it's probably going to be Soul Eater all day.
Rising of the Shield Hero versus Sword Art Online. You're making it sound like Shield Hero.
I would say, so like overall, Sword Art as a whole in the story.
It's probably a better show.
But Rise of the Shield, that first season was just great. It was cinema, beautiful.
Peak
cinema. But after the first season, the fuck is y'all doing?
The decline. What the hell's wrong with my internet?
I don't know.
Yeah, get that electricity.
Yeah, it's really just more so about like having an audience, like knowing who your people are and then catering to those people.
See, I don't want to cater.
I mean, that's why your show's called Fuck Kris Hates Everybody.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I don't know how I'm not making you go, I'm not making you stay, but I gotta use the bathroom.
Oh, you good.
I'm gonna pickety pause it. Bam, and we're back as if we never left. Magic,
man.
Studio magic. We ain't doing much else but getting the heck on out of here.
That's right. Tie this puppy up.
All right, so I guess to finish this off, I'm doing the bracket, and then we're moving on to Rising of the Shield Hero versus Sword Art Online. And then Soul Eater versus Blood Sea.
Let's get it.
And we'll have results on that next time. Maybe with Joe. Maybe with John.
Who knows?
Maybe with your uncle. Dear
Find
listener.
out on the next episode of Kris Hates Everybody.
I've been Kris.
And I'm Joe.
And we are done.